Hi everybody, and welcome again to Zcode Sports System. Here we develop automated systems to help you win big every single time, no matter which sport you're betting on. So we're going to take a look at the NHL this week for the games December the 14th. And remember, if you're not already a member, please join. You can have access to the VIP club section with all these great tools to help you make your picks more easily and more efficiently. So we're going to scroll down here for some of the games in the NHL. As we're approaching the end of the 2019 calendar year, the matchups are starting to heat up and the races are starting to heat up. So let's take a look at what we have. The first game I want to take a look at is Buffalo Sabres and New York Islanders. So you can see here right now that Buffalo is average status and New York Islanders are average up. Buffalo has won 3 out of their last 6 games. See, the Islanders have won 4 out of their last 6 games. The Sabres head into New York third in the Atlantic Division, and the Islanders are second in the Metropolitan Division. If you look at the head-to-head matchup, notice that the Islanders won the first meeting by a 1-0 score as a road underdog back on November the 2nd. If you look at the power ranking indicator, you see here the Islanders have a plus 22 to plus 6 advantage there. If you're considering the over and under, if you take a look here, you will see that Buffalo is playing in games trending over. The Islanders are playing in games trending well under. You might want to go with the under since the Islanders are trending in games farther under than Buffalo is trending over. So you probably want to go with the under on this one. If you look at the volatility oscillator, how stable are the two teams so far? Notice that both are moderately stable at plus 4, so they're both performing pretty consistently according to their favorite underdog status would indicate. I feel that the Islanders probably have the advantage playing at home. I look for them to hold on to home ice and take down Buffalo in a very tight contest. So let's take a look at another matchup here. Scroll down through, you see there's a lot of games on tap for the weekend for December 14th. The next one I want to take a closer look at down here, the Dallas Stars and the Nashville Predators. So you look here that Dallas is average up, Nashville is average. Dallas has won their last 2 after losing their previous 4, so they're getting back on track. And you see the Predators have won 3 out of their last 6, and they won their last game on December the 7th by a 6-4 score over New Jersey. If you take a look at the power ranking indicator, notice Dallas is at plus 20, Nashville is at plus 8. Head-to-head, two teams have not played yet this season. This is the first matchup. You want to consider the over-under and take a look at the totals predictor. You see Dallas is playing games trending under the red line compared to the blue line. And you will notice the same thing is holding true for Nashville. So it's a very good indication to bet the under. That's going to be a very solid bet in this one. If you take a look at the volatility oscillator, how stable are the two teams? You see here Dallas is much more stable at plus 7. Nashville is at minus 2. So take their favorite underdog stats with a little bit of grain of salt in this one. So the teams here, if you look at the Central Division, they're both in the Central Division. Dallas is 4th in the division so far, and Nashville is in 6th at the moment. I see Dallas gaining a road victory on this one. I feel like they are heading more in the right direction. They are the stronger team at the moment, so I think they will hold on, probably win by a couple of goals. Next matchup is Boston and Florida. This is the matchup of the day. The top 2 teams in the Atlantic Division will face off in this one, with Boston holding the edge. You see they're average down at the moment, though, having lost their last 3, so they need to get back on track. Florida is burning hot at the moment, winning their last 2 and 3 out of their last 4. Look at the head-to-head matchup. You'll see back on November the 12th that Florida won on the road by a 5-4 score as an underdog. Take a look at the power rankings indicator. You see Florida was way up here at plus 28 back on November 23rd. They dipped down to a low of plus 9, and they're back up slightly to plus 11. Boston was at plus 30 back on the 5th, and they have dropped down to plus 26. You'll want to consider the over-under in this one. You see Boston is playing in games trending under the line. Florida is playing in games trending way over the line. You notice here the red is way above the blue. So I think that would outweigh what Boston has done in their game. So I think that betting the over is probably a safe play in this one. Take a look at the volatility oscillator. How stable are the two teams right now? Boston is very stable at +10, performing very well according to the favored underdog status, and Florida is also pretty stable, coming in at +5. The gut feeling here is that the Bruins will even the score on this one. They will win on the road, and perhaps it will go into overtime. It will be a very good game. Boston will come out on top. Let's take a look at a couple more games here. Scroll down through here. Notice we have the Toronto Maple Leafs at the Edmonton Oilers. Toronto is average status at the moment. They have won 3 out of their last 6, coming off a 5-2 win against St. Louis. Edmonton is ice cold down. They have lost 4 out of their last 6. Power ranking indicator, you'll see that Edmonton is at +23. Toronto is at +11. Edmonton is somewhat surprising this year. They're leading the Pacific Division at the moment. The Maple Leafs are sitting 5th in the Atlantic Division. Head-to-head matchup, you will see that two teams have not yet played yet this season. Again, if you want to look at the over-under, Toronto is playing in games trending over the line by here, red compared to the blue. See the red line's at +4, and the blue line's right here. And if you look at Edmonton, they're also playing in games trending over. So playing the over is going to be a very smart choice in this one. How stable are the two teams? Let's take a look. Be wary of considering favored underdog stats. Favored underdog stats for Edmonton because they are at -2. They're very unstable at the moment. And Toronto has been at +6 since November 30th. They are consistently stable at that number. So what are we feeling as far as who's going to win the game? Well, let's take a look here. But I expect that Edmonton will probably be very good at home. I expect them to hold on to the home ice, winning this and another close game. A lot of these games are going to be close this weekend. A lot of great matchups. And we're going to take a look at one more here. It's the Vancouver Canucks and the San Jose Sharks. In this Pacific Division matchup, the teams are struggling in 5th and 6th place respectively. Vancouver, you look here at the head-to-head matchups, took the first game between the two teams this season back on November 2nd by a 5-2 score as a road underdog. That was a surprising win by 3 goals. Looking at the favored over-under, if you're looking at the over-under, you see that Vancouver is playing in games well over the line. San Jose is playing in games well over as well. Over will be a very smart play here. I expect a very high scoring game in this one. You look at the power rankings indicator, you see that Vancouver is at +14. San Jose was at +10. If you notice just a short time ago, that trend was different. San Jose had a higher power ranking indicator than Vancouver. But that's because Vancouver now, look at Vancouver, they are burning hot at the moment. They have won 3 out of their last 4. San Jose is ice cold down. They're on a 4-game losing streak, and they really need to win a game badly to get back on track. Look at the volatility oscillator. You see that Vancouver is not very stable right now, just at 0. So, don't really pay too much attention probably to their favorite underdog status. San Jose is at +6. They have been very stable at the moment. So what I'm thinking here is that the Sharks will probably have extra motivation after, losing the first one at home. They're home again. So I'm looking for them to rebound, to break their 4-game losing streak, and escape this with a win. So there's all the games for you that I'm going to take a look at. But I wanted to show you one more thing. So be on the lookout for this. There's a video here. The Z Live bot, live betting signals. You can take a look at that and see what's going on with this. So what it basically is, it's a new live betting strategy that predicts highly profitable bets on soccer, hockey, and baseball. There are 2 ways to follow the bot. You can use your Zcode VIP club. Simply log into your account. Another good reason to join. If you don't already have an account, you will have access to this. And then there's a whole bunch of things you can do. It says you can set the bot to send the browser push notifications and sound alerts so you don't miss the picks. You can scroll down through here and take a look at this and see what it's all about. There's all kinds of great tools here and great things you can do to help make your bets more more profitable, and you can see a lot of wonderful graphs here as well that shows trends, and here's a pie graph, all kinds of great things. So be sure to take a look at this. It'll definitely help make your picks and make your picks more easily. So there you have it. Enjoy the weekend. Happy betting, and we will see you next time.